Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mizuki Arts. Today we are going to be drawing Ariel in my sketchbook because it's Mermaid and because I felt like doing a more casual video. So bear with me with this kind of art blocky sketch just because I've really been needing a bit of a break. That being said though, we are going to use some fun materials including my ohuhus, crayons, inks, and later you'll see some Crayola Super Tips, my beloved and all-time favorite marker for doodling and sketching and whatnot. So I actually started with colored pencil because I felt like it, and I wanted to sketch Ariel using her fork just because, I mean, come on, that's amazing. I still love that. The Little Mermaid is my absolute favorite like Disney princess movie, and Ariel is my favorite Disney princess of all time. I just loved how much she wanted to explore, and I loved the colors, and I loved her hair. I loved everything about the movie, and I can remember I memorized like the plot and a lot of the lines and like smaller scenes and stuff, and like reenacting it with my Ariel doll when I was little. Like I probably watched this movie like 80 to 100 times. Like honestly, I loved it so much. It's funny though, the older I get, the less I'm on Ariel's side about the whole like, you know, going to the surface thing. I mean, she had a great cushy life as a mermaid princess, and yeah, she was basically allowed at 16 to go around in nothing but a brassiere basically, which is just kind of strange. I don't know, that's a little weird. Like, I feel like it's not that much for her dad to ask for her to stay home until, you know, she's an adult or whatever. Especially just because, you know, she is 16 in the movie and Eric is like a full-on adult. I don't know, now that I'm not like, you know, 3 or whatever and seeing this movie for the first time, it's kind of like, Ariel, are you really thinking this one through? Like, are you really understanding what you're doing? It's not like I thought about that when I was younger and watching this movie, of course, so it's like, you know, whatever. Obviously, she just wanted to see the surface world, and Eric was just someone who, you know, could show her, you know, the outside world. So yeah. And then after I did some inking, I went in with like my crayon, and then I went back in with my ohuhus for this nice rich red color. I really enjoyed adding like some curls to her hair. I really love adding texture to hair of any kind. Like, you know, I love doing little bits and pieces and like split ends and stuff. Pretty much any hair texture, I love doing that. And I love just adding these kind of chaotic swirls to her, just to kind of give a unique spin to the character. And I love drawing her big swooshy bangs, although I did have to face my nemesis, the common forehead. So that was a battle that I ultimately lost, as you can see on screen right now. I later did go back in and fight it some more, but you know, it looks pretty bad. And like I mentioned earlier, this was very much like a I'm art blocked and I need to make a video type of video. So when I was working with these materials, I got stuck a lot. Like I went back and forth on it. I don't know how I messed this up so bad, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's a sketch with me video. We're just going to let it go, maybe even cover it up. Honestly, like it looks so bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I didn't want to give up though, so I went back in with my marker and messed around with it just a little bit more. Okay, you know what, I exaggerated. This is a lot better. I mean, it's not great, but it's a lot better. I can let it go. I don't have to cover it up. It's not good by any means, but it's better. I'm actually all out of a white gel pen that works properly, so I took some acrylic paint and just went in with my teeny tiny little brush and started adding some little shines and sparkles and things like that, just because I really can't see myself getting out of any kind of art block or fatigue or what have you without, you know, a little sparkle. Then I decided to do a full body Ariel, like her tail and all. And somehow I think this one was like a little bit rougher than the first one. Like I mentioned, I am like pretty gosh darn art blocked right now, and on top of that, it's the end of the school semester, so I don't have a lot of time for art right now. You wouldn't know that, I guess, because I have such a huge backlog of content for like my Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, but it's definitely like leaking into the art that I'm making right now. So this little video is my attempt to go easy on myself during finals and things like that. So I let myself have some more fun drawing that awesome curly red hair, and I really gave her that nice swoosh bangs. And I had trouble with her face and her arms and shoulders and all that. I mean, really, I have practiced a lot with anatomy. I felt like I was doing really good for a little while there, but those of you on my Ko-fi will know that I basically didn't use my sketchbook like at all in April. Like my sketch dump for April was quite literally like 4 pages compared to March's like 30 some. So it's been a little rough. So this video is definitely like I'm out of practice and I'm struggling. So bear that in mind when you're judging some of my mistakes. I'm definitely trying to like go easy on myself here, just because, yeah, it's been a long month or so. The semester will be almost over by the time this video is up. It will be the day of one of my finals, actually. So wish me luck in the comments, you know, if you see this on Monday. And basically, yeah, back to the drawing here. I filled in the skin tone with that Crayola Super Tips marker, being super careful not to touch the ink because the ink is water soluble, unfortunately. I didn't plan ahead with my materials at all. I thought maybe I'd use the Ohuhus to do her skin tone, but I didn't. And you'll see I pulled out this highlighter to do the shading. I really love this purple highlighter. I bought it at Michael's a while ago because I'd seen it floating around on Instagram, and I just love it. It's so much fun. It's like this giant block, you know, and it gives my hand a little break because it is so thick. And I added lots of little like shines and scales and stuff, so it was really fun to use and add some texture. And then I went back in with my super tips. I felt like a little kid coloring in a coloring book or something. I let myself be rough and scratchy and just all over the place, which was really fun. You can tell by the camera shaking right now that I was having fun. And then I went back in with a nice dark green to add a little bit of shadow because her tail really isn't like a super bright green. And I added in lots of scales and stuff just to give it a little bit more texture. And after this, I do something pretty stupid. I pull out some glitter, and you'll see that ruins it. But right now, the tail looks really good. But first, I get to fill in her fiery red hair again. Honestly, my favorite part about drawing Ariel is the hair, because why wouldn't it be? It's Ariel. And getting to use markers like this is pretty fun, because obviously I usually make painting content for my channel. Like I use gouache and I use watercolor, things like that, which is really fun. Those are my passions, and those are the things that I want to use in my professional illustration career. But markers are really fun, and they help me to kind of bring back that like childhood innocence of art, you know, like they let me go back to my roots, sort of, because I think I've mentioned this before, but one of the ways that I really got into art when I was younger was making paper dolls, and I loved using markers to color in paper dolls. So this is like definitely very nostalgic for me, especially when I'm using Crayola Super Tips, because those were my childhood holy grail. I remember I got a pack of them for my birthday one year when I think I was like 9, and I just fell in love. And then later I got a pack, I think for school or something, and I was just overjoyed because they were so pretty and so much fun. And of course by that point they were already my favorite, and they just had so many colors, which made it so much fun to color stuff in, since before that I had only ever had like the chunky Crayola washable markers, you know. And here's that glitter I was talking about. It's this glitter glue that I've been in love with. I found it at Michael's a while back, and I've just been buying colors of it slowly. And now here's the finished page. I really wanted to do a second page for this video, but like I mentioned, with finals and all and being super art blocked, that just didn't happen, so I apologize. In spite of that, I think I'll be doing more mermaid content this month, so stay tuned. I'd really like to draw more mermaids soon, with it being, you know, May and all, and also because summer's coming and I love summertime. Before I go, I'd like to say a very special thank you to Ashley for supporting me on Ko-fi. Thank you so much, Ashley, and if anyone else would like to join my Ko-fi tier, there's a link in the description box for all these fun rewards. And that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!